like that. Now, you heard me kind of, that just came from that expressed air, was all that was. So if I had a piece of chicken hung up down here, it just hit you in the face. It will fly across the room, anything solid like that, okay? So you want to act effectively. Now, if the person is pregnant, or you can't reach around and they have a large girth, y'all know what that is, right? Okay. All right. You do high five. All right, now let's say, who's the shortest person in this room? Right there. Okay, that's okay. It's okay to be short, all right? We're more valuable when you're short, okay? Because we can reach up here, right? Now, I'm just teasing. But let's say that the principal at your school is 6'9". You know, you're going to have him sit in a chair or sit on the floor to actually try to obstruct him. Now, what has changed is that you don't do finger sweeps anymore in any of these children. So you're dealing with children over the age of 1, so they all get the Heimlich maneuver. But remember that Red Cross and Heart Association don't look at weight or frailty of life. They look at age. So if you have a little frail 3-year-old, you might not want to do the Heimlich maneuver quite as hard as if, like with one of my children, you know, he was a little Bubba. I mean, he was a big stout child, so you would do a little bit firmer inward upward thrust with him, okay? Some of you must have Bubbas in your class, okay? We're getting to a population where they all will be 3 and be Bubbas if we're not careful. Okay, allergic reactions can be from food products, it can be from ant bites, it can be from wasps, bee stings. In fact, those of you that live around here, a couple of years ago, we had a guy that was walking at the reservoir and he had forgot his EpiPen and went out to walk real early in the morning with his wife and got stung by a bee. And before she could get him any help at all, he died. He was the father of 3 children. So it's something that you do have to take seriously. Now, depending on your school and what the policies are, some of the schools here allow children to come with EpiPens, but you have to be trained appropriately to use an EpiPen. Now, I'm going to show you how to use one, and I'll start passing it around. And if you've never done it before, I'd kind of like for you to try, but I want you to try using it on yourself and not your neighbor, okay? And the other thing is, I have to give you a disclaimer before you actually, and I hope I brought that thing. Did I bring it? Oh, Lord. I left it on the washing machine. Just shoot me. Sandy, don't get mad at me. All right. What it looks like. How many of you seen an EpiPen? Oh, thank you. Did you hear that prayer? All right. Who has one? A real one? Real. Okay. You can show them what it looks like if you want to, but we cannot use it because that's live. And it has epinephrine in it. It also has a needle on it. So if she were to use that EpiPen, she's not going to fool with the black end of it. There's a little gray end where you just take it off. And what it does is it lets that spring mechanism, it releases it in there. So that one really has a needle in it. Mine doesn't have a needle in it. Okay? So I hate I forgot that thing. But I've had 2 grandchildren all day. Once you use it, and you use it at the point when somebody's having an allergic reaction, they're doing that sort of sound. Not as they ingest something or they get stung, because they may not have a reaction at all. All right? So you use that one EpiPen and somebody's on the phone calling 911, because one, you don't have any more medicine and they may start to stop breathing again. Their trachea is closing up, and that would warrant CPR until an ambulance got there. So the point again, if you want to learn CPR, I certainly would recommend that. But that's what an EpiPen looks like. Now they do expire,
So if mama brings one and the child hadn't had a reaction in a long time, occasionally check that EpiPen, okay? Because they do expire. I was at a center not too long ago, and I told them, I said, go get your EpiPens and let me see them. And she brought 4 in, and all 4 were expired. So what did it work? One of the workers said, oh yeah, because it's good for 6 months after. You know, the rule is if it's expired, it's expired. Go home and look in your cupboards. Women are notorious for keeping medicine from 1942. So if it's expired, throw it away. Okay? When my mother died, I went home and cleaned her house out, and literally, I found World War II medicine. And I thought, why would she do this? You know, it's of no value. Well, I might need it one day. It's probably what she would have told me. Yes?
This from an administrator point, y'all need to have a plan. You need to have a plan with who keeps this. You need to have a plan if your principal's not there or whoever, your secretary. Y'all need to decide before something happens who's going to administer it. Just have a plan set up. Check your EpiPens, because in my office I have 15. And in my office, everybody knows where they are located on the outside in big black, with a big black marker. I have everybody's name on it. So you can turn it sideways and you can see their name sideways. So you have that long to run in there. You don't have any decisions to make. You have to get it and you have to go use it. And it has happened. It's happened twice at MRA. So don't think that it will not, especially with peanut allergies the way that they are now. We have to have a peanut-free table, that no peanuts. We can't have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches anymore for parties. So we've completely done away with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Did y'all grow up on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Yeah, it's kind of hard. I have that 8-year-old at my house that's allergic to peanut butter, and I had him out shopping with me when he was about 3. And you know how old women are, and they like to give children candy. And so the lady behind the counter had a little Snickers bar, but she said, honey, would you like some candy? And he looked at it, and he was very poised. He had both of his hands behind, he's 3 now, both of his hands behind his back, and he said, ma'am, does that have peanut butter or peanuts in it? And she had a real puzzled look on her face. She said, well, it does. He said, I can't eat that. And she said, why can't you eat that? And he said, well, because I'm allergic, and if I eat that, I'll have an anaphylactic reaction, and if my mammy doesn't give me my epinephrine, I'll just die right here on the spot. Now, he said all of those big words, okay? Last summer, we were at Trustmark Park. There's a guy behind us eating peanuts, and so he kept elbowing me, and I thought, Brandon, what is wrong? What's wrong? And so finally he said, that man back there eating peanuts. I said, well, it's not going to hurt you. You're not eating them. Mamie, you know about that girl that kissed that boy and one of them died because they were allergic to peanut butter? And I said, honey, you're okay. And before I knew it, y'all, he stood up and looked at that man straight in the face, and he said, man, I'm allergic to peanuts. You got to move. And I'm thinking, you know, that man paid $12 for his seat just like you did. But these kids, you're right. When he would go on a field trip, they couldn't take peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They couldn't have Reese's peanut butter cups at Halloween when they had a Halloween party or Harvest Fest comp, you know, whatever was going on. No peanut butter cookies. I can't have peanut butter at my house. You know, so it changes a lot of your environment when you're thinking about protecting that child, okay? Don't ever let the child give his own EpiPen, even if you're scared of giving it. He says, oh, but I know how to do it. It's like inhalers. You know, these children with asthma, you do the inhaler. Don't let them do it, because sure as the world, he's going to be mad at Johnny because Johnny got his balls, so he'll give him a little snort. Okay, so y'all watch this. And other medicines, okay? And they will do it. All right? You shouldn't be getting any burns at school. If you get a burn yourself, you know about blisters. And women,